in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the LA Chargers. On the visitor sideline, their head coach. These guys have really been struggling. Just 2 wins over their last 8. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Has his man, it's Shaquille. Down the sideline he goes. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll drop the throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So after the INT, it's Allen. Open man, that's Felton.
Why are my guys missing so badly?
Ravens touchdown. Ty Felton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers. We'll go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in. Had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up. Right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebrations. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout the ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Allen to throw it. A short one there, caught by Warren. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one, they may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Allen. Open man, the tight end Warren. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Allen going to run with it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now receiver in motion left. Allen now on 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. A 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chargers offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. The Charger drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for LA. 42 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. So 3 plays already 1st and goal. They are wasting little time. Again, he'll drop to throw. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that hole, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Len McConkey, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And taken down just past the 20, about the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To the air, Allen. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Yeah, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. To throw, it's Allen. Looking for Bateman, he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Shakir rolls it in. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
second and 4.
At the Ravens' 34.
Completes to Shakir once again. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
12 yards. And the Chargers, first down.
79 Broncos.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Come on.
Back to throw again. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Chargers, first down. First and goal at the
Looking to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Len McConkey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more bonus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Allen. And this is incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, well, we're taking this record out of the point. Mark Brunell, when he's in Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Chargers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it. Yeah,
hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's second and 10. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 52 yards. And the Chargers, first down.
So how about this for a change in field position from inside the 10. Here's first down on the other side of the field. side. That's McConkey. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Chargers.
Got it. Ready?
Down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
19 Chargers. 19 Chargers. Go.
They'll toss right side to Hampton. Stiff armed in. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll toss things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up second and
Here we
goal.
go. Here we go. Rampo.
Hampton. It's going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Again, it's Hampton. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. And now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Tag. Cowboys. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll drop the throw. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Allen going to run with it. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lane. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Open man, that's Felton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Come on.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
In motion comes the tight end left. A short one there, caught by Warren. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving core, to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's played well all year long as he enters the home stretch of the season as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Come on,
It's
Mike.
nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and will bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, he does have a good leg, I'll give him that, but not that good.
Not by a long shot.
Now, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. Here is 3rd down and 4. He'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action, Allen. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
3rd and 19. Throwing now is Allen. The kicker here is complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking on the outside, he finds Shakir. And he's taken down inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Omarion Hampton with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record, 31. And the Chargers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Allen now on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the check out bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Chargers offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
This one finds McConkey. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
19, Tiger, 19, Ryan.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Ravens taking the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
To the air, Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One final try here for Allen. That's going deep for Bateman. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Intercepted. It's a turnover on downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Red McConkey, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll go down as as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Ravens.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Brings up 2nd.
To throw, it's Allen. A man over the middle, and it's complete.
To number 48. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Allen going to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Allen. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Allen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Allen, gotta have this one. That's going deep for Bateman. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And the Chargers, first down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Riley Wallace.
They'll set up to throw. That one completes to McConkey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 13-yard
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
19 tight. 19, go.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but